When Wakefoot Sanctuary opened its doors in 2013, our very first guest was Lili. She's also the mother of our talented massage therapist and director of team experience, Lisa Keepzak. Our staff is in awe of Lili's incredible stories and the very special bond between Lili and Lisa. We are giving our foot soakers a glimpse into the evolution of a loving ritual that takes place every Wednesday between two artists and between mother and daughter.
Well, it started working at Wake, that Wednesdays became our day off because, well, it needed to be a weekday because if she needs to go to the bank or doctor's appointments or things like that. And now it's sacred, like nobody can touch Wednesday. I just love getting here. I love, even most Wednesdays we have so many things to do. Sometimes I'm not sure how we're going to even get everything done. And I carry a notebook with me, and I'm usually telling her, okay, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go to the bank, then we're going to go here. And I have a whole list of, I have to map it out so we're not backtracking and doing all of this stuff.
Lisa realized there was often no time to participate in the activities that were most important to them. She then figured out how to prioritize their creativity in a way that worked for their busy Wednesdays.
And we had always tried to have studio time or time to paint and create, and all of our errands and everything would always take precedence. And then by the time we finished all of that, I'd go home, I'd be making dinner, and our day would be done, and we'd never get studio time. So then we said, you know what? Starting in January, we're gonna start with studio time, work until lunchtime, go have lunch, and then run our errands.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe we never thought of it before.
Perfectly since then, huh?
Yeah.
Another problem was the issue of Lili's cramped home studio, where oil paintings overflowed.
I have a little studio here at home, right? So since I paint in oil, it takes a long time for the drawings to dry, okay? So I had them all over the floor and on the furniture and every place. And sometimes I kick them with my foot. So one day I'm thinking out loud, gee, I wish I had a studio in Asheville, but it's too expensive and then I don't drive anymore, okay? And I hear a voice that tells me, at the church, ask them if they can let you have a room over there. So that someday I go to church, I ask the pastor, by any chance is there a room I could have as a studio? He said, sure. And they'll let us have an enormous room with windows all over and for free. And that's since then we've been going there.
It's 3 flights up. It's probably free because nobody wants to walk up there.
Yeah.
But she walks up there.
Oh yeah, I walk up there.
They now had dedicated time and a beautiful space to create. But what would Lili make?
Okay, first I was trying to do like fine art, okay? So you do sceneries, you do
Portraits.
I didn't do too many portraits. And then something came over me when I came to Asheville that I wanted to do in dots, okay? So for 7 months I was painting just with dots. And after 7 months I had enough because doing those dots, my eyes were running, I couldn't see anymore because it's very fine, you know?
She was doing dots in her sleep.
Oh yeah, when I go to bed, I go to bed and my hand would go like this. So, and that's when I stopped the dots.
And how many paintings of those dots did you do?
Oh, in 7 months I did 64. Yeah, and they get mostly all away. Because what it was is people would give me a word that means really something to them. I would put it in the dots, but like in a puzzle, so you don't see the word right away. Okay, and people love that. So, but when I finished with that, that's when I got a blank. I figured, and that's when Lisa came with her idea. I used to tell her, Lisa, I want to paint so bad, but I don't know what to do. And she would say, Ma, you think too much. And that's how I started to do those, just for fun, those, whatever came up. And that's why I'm so surprised that now they're all on the blankets.
With Lili free to experiment and create in her church studio, an opportunity she never imagined came knocking at her door.
She was having some type of a block, a creative block, and I told her that I've been telling her this for years, and I say to myself too, that she thinks too much. So I said, I want you to stop thinking, stop working on what you're working on. I just want you to make these little, like, make paintings just for fun, get the design out, like make them abstract so you don't have to think about anything. Just let your hand and the paint do its thing. And everybody that knows her loves her, so I posted a picture on Facebook, and an old high school friend of mine saw it and asked if he could make a blanket out of it. And I said, sure, why not? And then he gave me a link to something, and it was a link to this huge weaving company. And I'm like, I don't know why he put that link in there. Like, I couldn't figure it. I had no idea what he was even talking about. And then I come to find out that he owns the largest and I think only remaining weaving company in North Carolina, and possibly one of the last few ones in the United States. And he makes blankets and tapestry type things for big stores and places all over the world. And so he loves these pieces that she did, which is just so she could stop thinking.
Yeah.
And now they're selling like hotcakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know what the universe has for you. And now that I'm done with those those designs, I don't know what to paint again, because I want to paint something else. So I figure by January, I have to decide what I want to do. Because I don't paint just in one style. I like to change styles. So maybe something new will come up.
Each week now holds a promise for Lisa and Lili. The promise that they will have time to create, time to explore, and time with each other. Wakefoot Sanctuary invites you to consider what carved out times and dedicated spaces can do to help you thrive. For more information on Lili's art, you can find her on helenkiebzak.vpweb.com. We will also be posting short snippets from our interview with Lisa and Lili, covering Lili's pointillism process and what mom and daughter like about each other's art. You can find these videos and more at our website, wakespa.com. We thank you for watching.